What? What? Is that what we're doing here? That's what we're doing here. Okay. Welcome to Negativity Racing, everybody. This week, the Formula Renault 3.5 has the absolute displeasure of driving at Suzuka. Let's see what the racetrack has to say for itself. Apparently, it's one of the world's truly great racetracks. I'm going to stop you right there, Suzuka. Anyone that has to talk themselves up like that, be suspicious. Let's see what else. Its flowing layout regularly puts the circuit at or near the top of the list of most Formula One drivers' favorites. Well, isn't that special? It definitely makes the top of one of my lists, but it ain't favorites. I don't know, least amount of grip? Least amount of fun? Resembles most closely being in hell? Now let's break down the track. Turn one, man. So, right from the get-go, you're on the edge. Maximum velocity. You have to huck it down into this first corner, and you can't brake hard because you're turning. So you have to really be precise with the brake, and it's just, if your tires are too hot, you're dead. If you miss, if you don't brake quite hard enough, you'll do something like this, and it's really hard to recover from. So, in order to generate enough rotation in the car to make the apex out of this turn, you have to get out of the brake quickly. Getting out of the brake will rotate the car. So, the rate at which you get out of the brake rotates the car more or less. So you have to nail it. If you get out of the brake too fast, then you'll spin the car. Like this. And make sure you don't get into the throttle too early, huh? So this is kind of what I'm talking about with the tires, where you just have to really take care of them. In the entry to turn one, I ask for a little too much rotation, and then watch me getting out. I almost lose it. Right there. And this is what turn one looks like when your tires are totally cooked. Same inputs, slightly different result. Honestly, I don't know what to tell you about the S's. It's just like, it's a total fantasy land. It's like I'm semi-conscious. You just have to run it and drill it. The only thing I'll say is get out of the throttle sooner than you feel like you want to. You gotta really kind of be conservative. This is about as good as I can do this first section. Almost spin. I'm like, okay, I'm okay. Arguably missed both of those apexes. That's good. This is good. Into the throttle. I get a little too conservative there with the throttle, but you can see that I almost lost it. Dunlop is next, and good God, is it a nightmare. Degner, turn one. It's a real nut clutcher, man. You basically got to just huck the car into the corner. You want to just stab the brakes at the 50 board and just huck it. Cut the wheel to the right. If you don't huck it hard enough, you'll see me kind of lazily turning the wheel. This is what happens. High centered. Lap ruined. If you huck it too hard, this happens. So getting out of Degner, you got to be real careful. The exit is just slippery. And again, depending on your tires, you don't know. You might just break free. Check this out. So here it is again, just with a little bit less throttle, a little bit more cautious. So here it is a third time, and these were in sequence, by the way. And this is what this track does to you over time. Watch the terror. The terror is palpable in me as I'm getting into the throttle coming out of this turn. Terrified. The hairpin is basically hell. There's no grip on the exit, and it's an absolute dice roll as to whether or not you're going to have a fast lap and die, probably, or you're going to have a really slow lap and not die. Listen to how close I am to losing the car here. I don't know what the difference is, honestly, between the spin and this. Did you hear that? So, I tried maybe the high line, taking a little wider, see if that would get me more grip in the rear. Here's what happened. I mean, that was a panic attack. And once your tires are done, here's what you can expect. No chance. Little temper tantrum there at the end. I didn't think I would say this, but I actually kind of like Spoon. I don't know why, Spoon and I, we get each other, you know? This is really close to disaster, but I rarely have incidents in Spoon. I don't know why, a lot of people do, but this is kind of what it looks like. Watch me almost die at the end. I don't know, I just like it though. This is me being really stubborn. I beef the entrance to the turn, and then just think, well, I'm gonna throttle my way out of this. Not a good plan. There's just no grip. You can't mess around there. Oh, the chicane. I mean, it's a total disaster waiting to happen. Like, you go from maximum velocity, you have to slow down to an extremely low speed, and get through this chicane that has laughable amounts of grip. I mean, it's like driving through the aftermath of a disaster at the ice cream factory. Flaming ice cream on fire. That's what it's like driving through. You absolutely have to watch out for the curbs. You have to take the curbs to be fast, but they will just randomly torpedo you into the wall. And then you got the exit, and it's so dicey it has to be experienced to be believed. This one is just pure heartbreak. Watch how shocked and overjoyed I am when I make it through the first part of the chicane and don't spin. Yeah, and then we just get out of the car.